Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Alright folks, as you saw in the intro, today's video is going to focus on MP-55, Destron Ninja, Nightbird Shadow. Now, this character in itself premiered in the original G1 series from the episode Enter the Nightbird. Now, a quick synopsis about how the character came about. Now, she was created by Japanese scientist Mr. Fujiyama, or Dr. Fujiyama, I should say, sorry. And he asked the Autobots to come and protect her while he was unveiling her. And after a short introduction as well as demonstration of the robot's capabilities, the Decepticons attacked the stadium where the presentation was being made, and they kidnapped her. Now, with the help of the Insecticon bombshell, they pretty much reworked her to where the Decepticons were able to control her. And her mission was to go ahead and steal the world energy chip from the Autobots' computer Teletran 1. Now, after a brief skirmish with the Autobots, they were able to not only defeat Nightbird and the Decepticons, but also regain the world energy chip, and thereby returning Nightbird back to Dr. Fujiyama, in where Fujiyama vowed that she is to be locked up forever. Now, in the final scene, you see a close-up of her, and you see the scalding face. So it does leave it open to her returning. That being said, she never did return, in the G1 cartoon or some of its other iterations. However, she has returned in different forms, such as the Masterpiece version or the Legends version, which at one point I did have. And she was phenomenal. She was so awesome. In addition, I also wound up getting, at one point, a third-party version of Nightbird Shadow, which was just the robot. And I do have to go ahead and give a special shout out to Snoop from Cybertron's Elite, who basically had done a pre-order or a group pre-order for this figure, good God, about a year or so ago. And I had gotten her, she was already bought and paid for. I was just waiting for this to show up, and it just so happens wound up getting her a couple of days ago, so, or I should say the other day. And so here we are with Nightbird Shadow, and I mean, take a look at the photos on there. Now, they gave her a very similar mode, sort of like Generations did. They gave her a repaint as well as reworked and retooled version of RC. Now, you can tell they had tried to keep true to her original design, but at the same time also, making sure she's able to transform. Now, of course, she's got this sword here, sort of, reminiscent of the old Legends or Generations Thrilling 30s version of RC with these, I'm gonna say it, these butt ugly swords. So you'll see that on there. On the side, you'll see her like lunging at you. On this side, you see upside down though, Transformers Masterpiece, Nightbird Shadow. On this side, you see her in vehicle mode, and of course, you see all the legalese and stuff. Since I do not read Japanese, you got that QR code right there. And on the back, you see, you know, a lot of product shots, especially a bio of her on here. So if anyone who can read Japanese can translate that for me, I would be so grateful. But you see her in vehicle mode here where the butt ugly swords are on. See her posed on here. See how she is posed, and especially a close-up right there where she's got her shuriken on there. And of course, you know, you see her pose where she's got the shuriken there. And I have to... Oh, that's a holster. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've seen a review of this before, and I completely forgot about the holster. You see where she is launching or firing from her fist-mounted... Does she have any weapons on her wrist gauntlets? I know she's got the sai on there. And then, of course, you see her assortment of accessories as well as a different face. Now, on here, you do see, I'm going to try and zoom in, where they posed her reenacting that one scene where Optimus, you know, is trying to trick Nightbird into coming closer to him, and she winds up getting her sword back. So, in addition, you also see alternate faces. An alternate face where she's got unmasked and masked. Very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around to where we can take one final look at the box art, or the box image, I should say. There she is, and again, I am very impressed with this. So, enough of me babbling. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get her unwrapped. And all right, folks, there she is out of her box, and wow. Now, I have to admit, this is going to be a first for me because I do not have the Masterpiece RC, so I can't do any type of comparisons with her. But in terms of size comparisons, I'll probably bring out Masterpiece Starscream, you know, on this, since he is the closest one available to me. But I have to say, this is very impressive. I mean, honestly, she's more impressive than RC, the Masterpiece RC was, and that says a lot. I mean, I really like the color on this. I mean, good God, look at that. Not to mention, and I saw this in another review on here. I'm gonna try and zoom in like so. Look at the detail they have for her, you know, for her interior. That is so fucking awesome. Yeah, this is a phenomenal piece. I'm really grateful that Snoop was able to to do that order. I mean, good gravy. Now, she has very minimal paint other than the grays and the blacks. The purple for her seats, as you saw the interior on her dashboard, as well as the green transparent windshield. She does have that stampographed Decepticon logo. She does have gray hubcaps and gold tail lights. So very nice. I'm really liking it. You know. And of course, if we look underneath, you do see some robot kibble under there, and of course the plastic. But again, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing here. And whoa! So let's go ahead and put her right there off to the side and we'll take a look at her accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the collector's card here. Very nice, a nice good illustration of her in both vehicle and robot mode, throwing her shuriken. Then of course you got, you know, her bio as well as her tech specs, vehicle and robot mode. So very nice. I'm liking it a lot. So I'm gonna put the card off to the side here. I'm not gonna be like him, go and just toss it all over the place. Then I'm gonna be pissed that I can't find it. And then of course you do see, you know, her instruction sheet, which shows her vehicle mode, the stealth car, and then Nightbird Shadow. And again, it does give you a very good synopsis as well as detail, you know, in terms of the vehicle mode as well as the robot mode. Then you got, you know, goes into the fling squirrel mode. I think they meant to say flying squirrel mode. Of course, I could be incorrect on that one. Though, again, I could be wrong. But yeah, that's the instruction sheet, and I am opening this up to where you can see a lot of good molded detail, and it goes into, you know, the shuriken gun. Oh, up here, sorry. Gives you a listing of her weapons, you know, the variable ninja sword, their side, the shuriken gun, blowgun, electro shuriken, her alternate face, the light ninja sword, which is like those beam sabers or lightsabers, however you want to call them. They're sabers. The shadow pouch, which is basically a holster, and then of course you got like 3 different blast effects. So that is that on there. Speaking of the other accessories, let's go ahead and take a look at those. Now you got the blast effects on here. Very, oh sorry, out of frame. Got this nice little blast effect here, and not sure how this one's gonna go. Looks like there's a port in this one, so I'll have to take a look at that. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. You got this little blast effect here. Very nice. You got this long blast effect, which I saw with a different reviewer use this as like a saber blade. So very, very nice. You have her electro blaster, which you can put the blast effects in there, and pew pew, bang bang, ooey. And then of course you have her so tiny, her shuriken gun, which you can actually go ahead and, is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. Oh, this one, yes. Okay, so that's where this blast effect comes in, because there's a square peg in here. Boom, like so. Yes, there you go, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it like that right now, just so these 2 small pieces won't fly away from me. Then you have the pouch or the holster, which you can put her gun in there, like so. Very, very nice. So I'm gonna put that right there. Her shurikens, which I'm gonna put both of them in my hand, and there we go. Very, very small, very, very tiny. I'll be extremely pissed if I wind up dropping these. So I'm gonna put these right here, right off to the side. Now you have her size that she can be able to use, hold, or keep on her side. Very, very nice. I like these. Very thin too, so do be careful. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Electro Ninja Sabers, Ninja Swords, I should say. Yeah. I have to say I am so not fond of them, but I just discovered that these can actually fold up like so. So that's a very interesting little thing. Did not know that it can do that. For some reason this one is not as tight as this one. Okay, now it's loosening up. Good. So will I use these? I'm not really sure. I'll probably take some pictures with them on, like they did with the box art, but yeah. Now we go to my favorite, the Ninja lightsaber. And wow, very, very nice. I like the beams. As a matter of fact, the blades can come off like so, and you can also, just as it was illustrated in another video that featured her, with this crackling sword. Very, very nice. I like this. I so like this. So yes, I am going to be saying I like this a lot until I'm proven otherwise. Alrighty, so before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to clear some of this out of the way and put them in a spot where they won't fall down if I wind up getting too excited. So give me a moment and I'll be right back. All right, folks, I am back, and this is where my patience is going to be at its limit. Taking the opportunity to go ahead and transform her off the camera. Now I'm going to do it in front of the camera. Transforming her back into robot mode, I'm going to say right now, is somewhat simpler than transforming her back into vehicle mode. This is not an intuitive transformation, I can tell you right now. But seeing as how this is what I do, I'm going to show you. So we're going to go ahead and start off right here. Go ahead and start off with the legs. We're going to pull on these two flaps here. I'm just going to flip them up just slightly. Oh, almost forgot. Sorry, I missed a step. So we're going to start off with the side panels here. Now, these go up like so. You're going to bend these over and flip these around like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, because these are on a rocker hinge, you're going to flip these back like so, and then flip that over, so you get this effect right there. We're going to do the same with the other side. Now, transforming her back, these sides are the areas that basically I had the most problems with in trying to get them to go flush. But now that that part is done, I'm going to go ahead and start on this back section. Now we're going to lift this up here. These seats in the back, you're going to push those down like so, and make sure to go flat underneath, so you'll be able to see them like so. Now once that is done, you're going to go ahead and untab these back headlights and go ahead and move these forward. There is a hinge right here, and you're just going to lift up like so, and there you go. Now at the same time, you're going to go ahead and fold these wheels in Do the same with the other side, like so. And then you get this back piece right here, and you fold that in. And that is the end of that section. Now we're gonna go back to where I originally told you to go to. So that's my mistake. These panels right here, you're gonna go ahead and flip those up just a little. This will allow the legs to come down. And then once they're down, ooh, hello. Why are you stuck there? There we go. Now that should be able to fold in. So boom and boom. So naturally, when you get the legs to open up, when you're transforming her back, this is supposed to appear. But when you take her out, you automatically have to fold these legs in. And at which point, you take the toesies that are in a ballerina stance and you point them out. Now, as you can tell, this is all flat here. There is no ankle tilt. I mean, no heel spur. So just to let you know, because she is kind of back heavy. Now, as you can tell, the arms are down. So we're going to go ahead and move these down. As you can tell, they are on a type of rocker hinge. And then, boom, there you go. Now, at that point, you can turn your hands down. And you can just leave it alone at that point. So you're going to do the same here on this side. And do the same here. Alrighty. Now, this is where the fun part begins. Because now, we gotta go ahead and move this portion out. And at which point, as you can tell, it's on a type of rocker hinge. We gotta go ahead and see about folding the helmet in. And this will allow you clearance, though you could also do it afterwards. Now, at this point, you're going to go ahead and fold the window in. We're going to go ahead and slide that. And hang on a sec. There we go. Now, we need to go ahead and push this window through here. And come on, baby. Ooh. This is where I had the most trouble earlier off camera. So whether I transform her back into her vehicle mode, there we go. Jesus, that remains to be seen. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that window portion through this armature here. And this will allow the window, wait, yeah, okay, so I don't like using my X-Acto, but it's gonna happen anyway. And then we're just gonna go ahead and there we go. So that window is flush against the back here, along with the dashboard. Now, before we go any further, we gotta take this portion and lift it up, like so. Just push it up. And there we go. Now this, we'll go ahead and collapse in. And we're going to go ahead and fold this down. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and fold this portion in, fold this portion in, and go ahead and close this portion down. is it. Am I done? Yes, yes. Oh yeah, gotta close. Let me see. Hang on a sec. Just want to check out something on the illustration here. And great. Where did I leave it? And outstanding. I cannot find. No. Oh, I did forget something. Okay, so these bottom pieces here, they were supposed to go up like so. And these pieces are on a slider, so you just slide them center-wise and then just fold them in. If you can fold them in. Like I said, this transformation is not as intuitive as I had hoped to be. So I'm trying to see if I'm missing a step here, because see, this portion over here does not seem like it wants to go in. Ah, there we go. That's better, I think. And I believe that would go in like so. Oh, for God's sake. Yep. I am having some problems here. Okay, I think I got it. God, I hope I got it. Like I said, this transformation is not as intuitive as I thought it would be. And I know I'm using a word I hardly know. And it would actually help if I remember where the fuck I left the goddamn instructions. As you can tell, as much as I gushed over this figure originally, I am not enjoying the process. So give me a moment while I review the instructions once again, and I'll be right back. All right, okay, so after looking over the instructions and actually going to MGO's review page, because he did review this figure before, I figured out what I was doing wrong. So this back section, especially this bottom portion here, and I'm gonna go ahead and snap that back off. There are a couple of tabs. I'm gonna try and show those off to you here and on the other side. And there are a couple slots in the back. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in so you can see it there. There you are, right where my thumb is at. There's a slot there. Now, he had problems with trying to snap that puppy in there, just like I am. However, this front portion, once that's there, there are panels on the side of where the main vehicle is. You push those in, and this portion as well as this portion is supposed to go right through. Whoa. Uh-oh. I think I popped that. Shoot. Oh, thank God. Like I said, if this had broken on me, I would have been immensely pissed. So there we go. So once those two arms go through, then you're able to go ahead and get the rest of her shoulders and chest through there. And then this portion of, oh shoot, sorry folks, let me go ahead and zoom out just a bit. All right, so once this top portion goes through on either side of the bottom piece, then at which point, and what did I do wrong? There we go. Okay, so that is supposed to go through. So once that goes through, then this top portion here, which is the hood, can flip down, and she is complete. Like I mentioned, not as intuitive as I once thought. However, because of this backpack, she is extremely back heavy. You know, so it's like, now there she is doing her supermodel pose, her deadly supermodel pose. And like I said, because of the weight distribution, you know, that is where we may have a problem because of that particular thing. And of course, she's not happy about it either. You can tell by the look on her face. So, but there she is. I mean, I am going to go ahead and show off some images, you know, either towards the end of the video, but I am going to go ahead and do some articulation. So her head is, I want to say, on a type of ball joint, though you can only look, there we go, looks up, or I should say looks right, looks left. I want to say she can, yeah, it's on a ball joint, as you can tell right there. She can look up, and her neck does swivel back and forth, so she can do that chicken look. Her legs are on a type of rocker hinge, so she can go 360. There's also bicep rotation right there. She does have a dumbbell hinge for her elbow, as you can see, and she can go beyond 90 degrees on this. Her wrist can rotate. It can also go up as well as go down just a bit. Her fingers are kind of articulated. You know, they're not fully articulated. She's got 3 that are molded together. I want to zoom in so you can see. So there, as you can tell, she can do a little dainty thing. She does have, she does have waist rotation. As you can tell, she does. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see, there we go. She does have a type of ab crunch, but doesn't go all that far because of her shuriken belt. She can kick up, and there's some really good ratchets on that, about 90 degrees. And I'm going to zoom out. So, yeah, she can kick out. She's not able to kick back all that much because of her thong-clad butt. And that's what I'm seeing, thong-clad. Oh, okay. So something I just discovered. Now I did notice this type of panel. I did not know that you can push in to where when you go ahead and go through the process, you can be able to unlock her leg. But there we go. I want to say, does she have? Yeah, she does have thigh rotation, not by much though. She does have a really good, you know, knee bend right there. It goes beyond 90 degrees. There it is. There we go. Now her foot can bend back, can bend forward. She does have toe tilt, and she does have a little bit of an ankle tilt, not by much though, just very limited. But it can, oh, there we go. It can give her, you know, some bit of articulation. But like I said, you gotta take into account she's got this monster backpack on her. So yeah, not exactly. I mean, I like the character, I really do. What I don't like is that, number one, it's so back heavy. Number two, it's difficult to transform. Oh my god. But will I transform her back into vehicle mode? Only if I'm putting her back into her box. I will definitely go ahead and go at it slowly. However, that being said, at this point in time, I may go ahead and just have her posed up with Starscream. You know, where Starscream's trying to be an ass and she's got a saber blade pointed to his throat. Or in his spark chamber, whichever happens. But that being said, let's go ahead and do a couple of size comparisons. Well, not a couple. I'm gonna go ahead and do one size comparison, and that is gonna be with MP Starscream. So give me a moment while I go ahead and bring them down, and I'll be right back. Now, as you can see, these two, they're trying to play nice, which, yeah, right. Play nice my ass. You know, so you can see, you know, that Starscream thinks that he has Nightbird unawares. Oh, little does he know. Now, one thing I did forget was to put that flap back down. So there we go. So not too bad. I am really liking it so far. So let's go ahead and check out what happens next. All right, as you can see, you know, Nightbird just successfully killed him. Well, not really killed him. She just took him out of the picture. So, and she's not letting up either. Oh, alright, let me go ahead and go to a different scene. Alright. I'm actually liking her posability, you know, despite the little drawbacks that I faced earlier. But other than that, wow, I have to definitely go ahead and give my final thoughts and scores. So let me go ahead and get these two separated, and I'll be right back. Behave, guys! Despite the little issues that I had during her transformations before and on camera, I have to say I'm really liking this figure. You know, despite the fact that she is a repaint and remold of RC, I have to say I can't you know, gush enough about it. As a matter of fact, one other thing I did forget, and that is her faceplate. So I'm gonna zoom in, and she does have that removable faceplate. And so there she is without her mask. And wow. Now granted, you know, she was, you know, her character originally didn't have a face mask. Well, I should say not a face mask, but you never did see. I know I'm messing around with the camera, folks. I do apologize. But you never did see, you know, her without that face mask. And you know, this is something that Takara had put together, and I have to say I am liking it a lot. You know, this is her in her solemn, angry pose or face. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that other one. And to do that, yeah, I need to go ahead and flip open the head and just slide it out. Now, of course, you do see, you know, her face without the covering. And this little section right here is pretty much where Bombshell had put in the components needing to warp her minds and minds. Yeah, I can't do sound Bombshell's voice all that well, so hey, I should deserve an A for effort. There we go. Now we got a rather unique looking face, where she's just like, ah! Oh, okay, you know what? I got a new idea for a different set of photos, but you know what? Just to keep my channel in the air, I'm not even going to bother with it. But let's see what she looks like masked. There we go. Oh yeah, nice. I like that. Very, very nice. Though I do have to say, I am going to keep her with her original face on. Ooh, come on, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put her original face back on there, put her mask back on, because that is how I know her. And there she is. I mean, like I said, I am really liking this. You know, like I said, despite my gripes from earlier, this is a really good figure. So, on a scale of 1 through 10, I think I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9. You know, despite the difficulties, she really deserves a 9. This is a really great rendition of this character. But, that's my take on the figure. I'd like to hear from you. Have you had the opportunity to get this figure? And if so, do you like her? Do you hate her? Let me know in the comments section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Now, I haven't had a chance to check the subscription count since the last video, but I do believe it was 172, 175, around there. Again, I am still waiting to go ahead and do the giveaway here, you know, for Ravage. So all I need is 200 subscribers. Once I get that, then I'm going to go ahead and put this out. I'll leave instructions and everything on what you would need to do. So with this figure here, so I can't do it without your help, people. So help me out here. So without any other words on this figure, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos. I'd like to thank you all for subscribing and enjoying the ride so far. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.